Hey there, it's Rad. Today I'm going to be reviewing colored pencils. I've got a bunch of colored pencils here that were gifted to me, the ones that I use, ones that I bought and never used, just random selection of colored pencils I have here. I'd also like to show you before that, colored pencils drawings that I have done in the past using my Prismacolors, which is the ones I used to use traditionally. So these were from a series called Game Theory. And they were all Lego figures in different video game kind of scenarios. It's a lot of soft layers to make them look smooth. To get this tone here, I used to blend in these two to get this orangey tone there. So before I talk about which colored pencils I'll be using, let's talk about what colored pencils are in general. They are pigments combined with binders and extenders. The binders could be either waxed or oil, and usually they're encased in wood. I have one here that I believe might be oil-based, possibly this one, and I have another one that doesn't have any wood. Pigments are chemicals from plants or minerals, or they could be synthetic. The wax or oil, as I mentioned before, is what glues all these pigments together and holds them in place, as does the pencil, the wooden pencil itself. Some pencils have more pigment than others, and they're better quality because the color is richer. So it varies between brand and brand, but you know what else? It also varies between colors within the same brand even. So that's fascinating. It's different formula. It's a different combination of chemicals that are used to make that color. Now, there are student brands and there are artist brand. And what does that mean? Well, their quality is a little bit better with the artist brand, of course. So artist brands will last longer, and that means they have light fastness. That has to do with how long they will last for years to come. Now, I believe these two, I'm assuming this one as well. I know this one is a student quality. This one is more artist quality, and possibly the others as well. Let's go over all of them, shall we? Okay, so I've got this one by Prang. Artilicious, it's new to me, so we'll find out what that's about. Prismacolor, not new to me. So we'll be going over those to see how they compare to the others. Derwent Inktense, I've been hearing some great things about these. This one is water soluble, which means you could add water to it as well as this one, and it becomes a watercolor. So they're water-based. Black Wings, I love their regular pencils, so I want to try out their colored pencils. Now, Lyra is a company that I've been using, but it's this one that I've been using I love very much. It's a skin tone one, or nature colors as they call them. And we've got the Koh I Noor woodless colored pencils. Now, let me go over the prices. The current prices for these, I looked them online. This one, $42.95 for 24. The Lyra is $18.26, and this is for 12. The Lyra or Lyra Osiris. I actually don't know the price of this one. This one was hard to find online. I don't know if it's discontinued. Let's see. The Derwents are $16.85. The Black Wings, check out the packaging. I think it's part of the allure of these. $19.95, and this is for 12. And these are 12 as well. Now the Prang, 50 of these, $9.71. So these are the bargain, no doubt. They are student quality. This one, I don't know. I actually didn't find that one. And the Prismacolor, this box here, for 72 pencils is $43.32. You know what? I have to say, that's actually not terrible, considering that the quality is pretty good. Again, how do I know? Take a look at those drawings. So I'll be using a Bristol paper. It's a vellum surface, which means it has a little bit of texture, but very little. So I'm also going to use this vellum, which is sort of like translucent paper, a little thicker than tissue paper. So my criteria for the colored pencils is how vibrant they are. I want to see if they could be as bold as the Prismacolor that I have used before. How well do they blend? How well are they blendable, if that's a word? And how smooth and easy are they to go on the page? So I will be using magenta and yellow with all of the brands to make an orange. And I'll be doing the same thing with yellow and blue to make a green. And then I'll discuss my results afterwards and what I thought of them. Here we go. I tried all the pencils, as you saw, with trying to make orange and trying to make greens using two different kinds of papers. And here are the results. I have to say, for most of them, they were kind of scratchy to use, except for the Prismacolors, which I think have more pigment in them in comparison to the others. I was really looking forward to being happily surprised, and I wasn't in regards to the Derwents and the Blackwing. I think perhaps the Derwents, I'm gonna have to try them on another day using water to make them water soluble and turn them into watercolor, because I think that's probably what they're meant for, and that's the magic of them. Now for Blackwing, I was really hoping to be blown away, and I was not. First of all, the packaging, fantastic. But they were really scratchy to use. It looks all right though, right? It doesn't look that bad. I mean, even the Derwent had some issues with making colors. I did use pink, so that was smart, and as well as red on here at the end. So that worked out to make the orange. But again, they were really scratchy. It does not come with a magenta of its own, which I don't know. That's something I look for anyway. So Blackwings, I don't know what to tell you. The other shocker was the Koh I Noor from Czech Republic. I was expecting these to be really great as well, and they weren't so great. They were really scratchy to use and kind of dull, as you see here, and as you see here as well. Blending with them, not so fun. I have to say most of them were not so fun, if I'm being totally honest. The Prismacolors, the thing about them is that they have actually, I think they really have a more pigment. So therefore, you know, normally when I use them, I really slow down because they have so much in them. I have to really go slow. And I went fast, like I normally would not do. So it was a different effect that I was getting, but you could still see the boldness and the vibrancy in them. So the Lyra, the colors are pretty vibrant. They went on really scratchily. Didn't love them. Again, wasn't blown away. I mean, perhaps because I'm supposed to use these with water, right? Because they're water soluble. Now, the other two that I suspected were student grade, I was correct about. I was actually surprised how much I did not enjoy working with the Prang. That was a shocker to me because I love their watercolors for working with students. So I was kind of shocked about that. And the Artilicious ones were just, you know, scratchy. And yeah, I mean, in terms of color, I would have to say the Lyra were actually got some pop and color there. I really enjoyed, you know, take a look at that. That looks really great in comparison to the Prismacolor. Colors are wonderful. Did they go on smooth? Not so much. You know, was he fun to blend in? Yeah, it wasn't terrible. How do I like them here with the greens? Yeah, the Blackwing looks better over here. Now, I hear there are other ones that I don't have yet that are pretty fantastic and might be challenging the Prismacolor. So I might have to do another one of these reviews. But so far, the one that I would say is rad recommended are the Prismacolor sets. These are the ones that I recommend getting. Vibrant, pretty smooth, to the point. There's so much pigment where you've got to, you know, lay off a little bit if you want to, like me, do soft layers where you build up color. Otherwise, you could just go for it. It gives you a lot of punch right away. To conclude, I would say the Prismacolors are the ones to go with. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you next time.